Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. It will never be the same when I say hello, hello, hello. I'm sorry I cannot tell you why, but it will never be the same. I do the hello, hello, hello because one broadcaster on TV does the hello, 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 and I thought it was hilarious, and I started doing it, imitating that person, and I think it's really, really funny. And now it's just second nature. And a lot of people who know me, or when I go to like live events or whatever, they're like, I think I know you. I've seen you before. And all I have to do is say hello, hello, hello. And they're like, you're that person that does the um, TV video tarot stuff. And I'm like, yep, that's me. And that's why I'm thinking like it's never gonna be the same because now people recognize it. Kathleen Brown says, I finally get to see you live. Yay! Well, I finally get to see you live, Kathleen. How are you? So today is Friday, or as people will say, Friday. Friday. And on Fridays, we do learning the card of today, or learning the tarot card, or learning the card of the week, or whichever way you want to call it. And for that, I have the Rider Waite Smith Tarot, which I think is the best tarot for teaching, because the majority of tarot card decks base themselves on the Rider Waite Smith system, as they will, or as they say. I put a little bit of an effect here on Instagram. So now I'm shining. Ooh, let's see what this one looks like. Oh, it looks like I'm on fire. No, that's not nice. I'm playing with the Instagram filters. Don't let me do that. All right, so hi Janet. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So as I was saying, the Rider Waite Smith is the best one to teach. In my opinion, I've been teaching for like 10 years, so I always use this one to teach. And since today we're learning the card of the day, it has to be the Rider Waite Smith. Uh-oh. We have the card of the world, and it is reverse. So first I'm going to tell you the meaning, pardon me, first I'm going to tell you my interpretation of the card, and then I'm going to tell you where we come from with this interpretation. So first of all, I need a pencil. Okay. First of all, my message for today will be stay home, stay put, don't go out, be a homebody if possible. And also, if you feel kind of like reclusive, antisocial, intolerant, etc., etc., all feelings are valid and all emotions are valid. So we are not always feeling like I want to be the social butterfly and go out and do things. So it's very, very valid if you're feeling like I don't want to play nice with the world today just because I don't want to, do the thing. It's very valid. Um, it's not socially acceptable because society is yucky. Oh, why are you such a hermit? Why you're a recluse? That is not right. And You have heard me say time and time again, the four most magical words are you do you, boo. So if you're feeling like you want to stay home, stay home. If you're feeling like you don't want to be social, if you're feeling like you don't want to go out and play in the world, then don't do it. This could also be talking about traveling and again, social gatherings, airports, etc. And if you don't want to do it, don't do it. It could also be a setback on traveling, you know. So maybe you have something planned and then boom, something happened and your traveling plans get canceled or rescheduled, whatever. So my advice will be for this weekend, if possible, honor your feelings, honor your emotions, and stay home. If you need to go to work, I'm not your financial advisor, so I cannot advise you there. Financially, maybe you'll have to go, but if possible, stay put. So, what is the actual card meaning, and what is the actual um, thing says about the card? First of all, we look at the body language, right? That person is very open, even though they're covered with like a scarf. The position of the arms, the legs, the fact that they're like kind of like floating in the universe talks about openness, um, being out on the world. I mean, the card is called the world, so being out on the world, being social, being open, being having this willingness to be exposed and to be open to receive whatever the environment has for them, etc. And then we have the four beasts that are flanking the card. And we have seen these guys before on the major arcana. They present themselves first at the Wheel of Fortune. And they represent a number of things, you know, like air, earth, fire, and water, or human form, or animal form, spirit, etc. And they also represent cycles, right? Like the four seasons or the phases of the moon. Hi, Normita Conchas. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, so cycles like the moon cycle, the sun cycle, right? The revolution around the sun. So like a year, spring, summer, fall, and winter, and birth, youth, adults, and old adults. Um, cycles of life, etc. So these four guys are always representative of how life is cyclical and things kind of repeat and return. And then the wreath that is around this person is a wreath that reminds us of the olive branches, and it's also a reminder of that cyclical movement. Successfully moving cyclically. Is that a word? Cyclically, I guess. Or successfully moving in cycles. And it's about integration. It's about being content with yourself. It's about recognizing yourself as a whole. And I think it's very interesting that when we recognize ourselves as whole, when we integrate every part of ourselves, we can go out there, metaphorically speaking, half naked and open, you know. And it has to do with that exactly, with like recognizing yourself, understanding yourself, understanding life cycles, knowing that things are out of our control. For some of us who are very controlling, that is a really hard thing to do. Most of us who are controlling, we are controlling because of trauma in life. You know, it's like a deep paradox type of thing. Um, and some of us became lone wolves because of that. And here, when we recognize all of that, we let go of that control and we're like, okay, I'm out in the world dancing in the harmony of the universe. And ideally, this is what happens when the card is right side up. Now, we did have the card reverse, so that tells us we are not ready to go out in the world. We are not feeling ourselves fully as the, I don't know. I don't even know if the young people say that anymore. Young people watching, do you still say feeling yourself? You know, when you feel like super comfortable, you feel super happy, you feel sensual and sexual and happy and complete and secure. That's what I meant, you know? That was like what people say feeling yourself a few years ago. I don't know if it's still good. Yes, I'm gonna be 50 this year. I cannot keep up with the slang. But anyway, our card today is telling us, you know, kind of like stay put, for your own good and for the good of others. And because sometimes that's what we need. We need to take a break and, you know, be a little bit of a hermit, if you will. If you can't, if it's not possible, then I guess you'll have to be social. Speaking of being social, I like to remind you next Thursday, the 26th, the 26th, I'll be at the Winer's Beer Tap Room for their bingo night. I will be doing tarot readings at the bingo night on Winer's Beer. And on the 29th, don't miss it. If you are here in Chicago, the Pilsen Community Market comes back after a winter break, and it's going to be awesome. Lots of vendors, live music, of course, the food at Honky Tonk, and the drinks at Honky Tonk. I cannot drink because I'm working. I will have candles, I will have my oils, I will have my art available for sale, and I will have candles charged for different intentions. So come see us at Honky Tonk on the 29th of January for the Pilsen Community Market. And more events are on the works, so I will keep you posted. But until then, there's also online stuff for some of you who are far away. So until then, never forget that you are loved and that it's okay to be a hermit. There's nothing wrong with being an introvert on a weekend. All right. You are loved, my friends. Never forget. Bye.